Hello, and welcome back to the channel of the damned gorgeous. If you're that one returning person who's been viewing all of my videos, thank you for your dedication. I really appreciate it. If you just stumbled across this video by chance, please stop stumbling for a moment, stay and watch because I really need the views. So, what are we talking about today? I'm glad you asked. Today we're going to be talking briefly about Grady Hendrix. So Grady Hendrix is an author from the USA. He's got about 8 books out, I think. I've read 3 of them, and I really find him to be a unique author because he's got a very, very humorous kind of way of writing, but at the same time, his books aren't comedies. They are genuinely legitimate horror books. So right here, we've got the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. If you're that one person who watched my book about my top 5 vampire books, you'll have seen that book is on there on the list. Next one, we've got My Best Friend's Exorcism, which is about an exorcism. And we've got How to Sell a Haunted House. I think this is his most recent book, and it's about how to sell a haunted house. So anyway, obviously, these are all like common horror tropes. At this point, I don't think that it's possible to have anything that's not been done before. But what Grady Hendrix does is he takes each of these things and he does them so well. I thought, honestly, before I ever read any of his books, when I saw the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, I thought it's quite a humorous title and also, a bit kind of like wacky, a bit kind of goofy. So I wasn't expecting I wasn't sure if it would be good or not, and I wasn't sure if it would be like really horror. But the thing is, he has got, in my opinion, a humorous style of writing, but it's not silly humor. It's not wacky. It's not kind of like spoof humor. None of these are spoof. None of these are pastiches of horror cliches. None of these are. I think I just said none of these are comedy. They're all horror books first and foremost, and he does horror extremely well. His characterization is really great. I was surprised by that too. His characterization is superb. He really makes you care about the characters. He really brings out their human sides. Like in How to Sell a Haunted House. This is not really a spoiler, okay? But there's a brother and a sister, and they inherit the house, the house of their parents who have just died, suddenly in a car accident. And at first, I found that I couldn't stand the brother. He's the younger brother, and I couldn't stand him. I found him to be just absolutely awful. But the more I got to read the story, the more Grady Hendrix kind of fleshes the character out, and you start to understand him better. You really start to sympathize with him. And at the end of the book, I really liked him. And Grady Hendrix is like that. He's really, really great with characterization, character development, plot development. His plots are very interesting. They're not just straightforward. Like My Best Friend's Exorcism. No spoilers, okay? But I thought it would be much more straightforward than it actually was. He brings a really, really interesting take to everything, I think, and he's really, really worth reading. I couldn't recommend him enough. Also, the monsters in each case are genuinely evil, and they are genuinely malevolent and genuinely threatening. They're genuinely dangerous. This I can't emphasize enough that what I say there, I find his writing style to be quite humorous. He really does do horror very well, and the monsters in each book are genuinely a threat and genuinely menacing. So I don't want to give any spoilers, and I don't really want to go into any depth on what the books are about. I'll probably do a video on each one, so that's something to look forward to. Okay, so that's just a quick intro to Grady Hendrix. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Oh, by the way, don't be afraid to like and subscribe, or to subscribe and like, however you prefer. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. See you next time.